Hello everybody, welcome back to the second ever live stream workout together. Now, my name is Devin Meek. I've been jumping rope for nearly 2 decades now, about 18 years of experience, and I'm here to share that with you. I'm excited to share that with you. And we all get to do this because Elite Jumps is launching a new app. So Elite Jumps app is going to be available for everybody soon. Right now it's in the beta testing phase, and we want to do things like live classes like this. So in the meantime, this is right here, public on YouTube for everybody. And today we're going to do another 8-minute workout. If you are brand new to jump rope, our last one is perfect for you. I talk about what rope to use. I talk about what shoes I was wearing, which was none actually for the first one, and none again today. So we're going to get right into learning the tricks so that we have time to do it in the workout. Today I'm going to be using, we got the core 6mm. Normally I use closer to 4mm, but today I'm using the 6 because it shows up better on video and it's better for a workout, which is what we're here for. Alright, let's go ahead and head over to the gym here today. Thank you, Elite Jumps. Look, we got the chat today, so I want live feedback. If it is moving too quickly for you, if it is too difficult for you, let me know because we can adjust on the fly with the live chat. Now, before we get really into it today, we got to cover these skills. These are the only ones you need to know for the workout today. And the first one being a 2-foot jump. That's the most basic bounce. In case you forgot, this is what it's like. You start with the rope behind you. I got my hands right here. The very first jump that I do, I use my hands a lot to get the rope started. And then after that, it is just the wrists and then a tiny jump. And like I said in the last video, and this is going to be true for every trick we do today, you don't need to jump this high, you don't need to jump this high, you only need to jump this high, the height of a rope. So I guess today for me it's 6mm. That's why I can do this without even wearing shoes, especially on this nice mat. It's pretty low impact when you do it this way. So we're jumping very small, we're keeping it efficient, keeping it safe, and just gonna get a couple warm-up jumps in there, get the rope moving. Alright. Now, the main skill we're going to focus on in our workout today, we're going to do it for 15 seconds and then a 15-second rest about halfway through our workout, is the cross. The cross is the big one we're focusing on today. You've probably seen it before. It's where you jump over the rope, you cross your arms and go through. If you already know how to do it, I still want you to listen to all of this because you might learn how to do it better, or you might even learn how to teach a friend. So if you are starting from nothing, go ahead, put the rope in front of you just like this. Notice how it makes that nice U shape. Then what you're going to do, cross your arms on top. Now you want the U shape to look about the same that it would when your hands are here, right? So if my hands are making a tiny little cross like this, I'm not going to fit through. I simply cannot. But if I cross really big, like this, well then the rope comes up off the ground and then you have to jump really high and it gets inefficient again. So what you need to do is point your handles down like this. They go diagonally towards my opposite pockets, maybe a little bit higher than that. It's going to look different on different bodies and on different people, but this is about the cross position you want to be at. Take a look at your cross position, make sure your rope is still hitting the floor, right? And if the rope is hitting the floor when you're like this, your rope might be too long. So we're going about right here. Now, together, we're going to step through and leaving our arms crossed, lift up, and then uncross. Let's try again, ready? So put the rope in front of you, you cross your arms, makes the same U shape, step through, lift up, and uncross. And together, we just did a cross in slow motion. Very good. Now, to put it into action here, I'm going to jump over the rope. As soon as the rope passes over my head, I'm going to cross my arms the same way I just practiced, so I'm jumping through, crossing my arms nice and big, and then keeping my arms crossed until the rope comes over my head again. One of the most common mistakes I see with the cross is people will cross and then open again too soon like that. They didn't really jump through the cross. Or, what else is happening? They cross and even try to open too soon. You need to leave your arms crossed until the rope is in front of you again. The same spot where you cross your arms is the same spot where you uncross your arms, when the rope is in front and you can see it. Alright, we're going to give it a couple more practice runs. If you've already got it and it's smooth and it's easy for you, I want you to try it on the other side. Now by that I mean putting the other hand on top. So far I've been putting my left hand on top each time, but this time I'm going to put my right hand on top. the same skill, still a cross, but now it's on the other arm. You can practice jumping a little faster with it. You can practice jumping slow. And then you can even try it on one foot if you really want to mix it up. We're going to have all sorts of opportunities to try all these variations in our workout today. Whew. And if you haven't got it yet, do not be discouraged. It might be your first time trying it. It might be your 100th time trying it. One of the best things about jump rope is it is not 3 strikes and you're out. You get to try it as many times as you want until you get it. So you'll get there. Don't get discouraged. Just keep trying, right? And then the best tip I have, whether you're learning a cross or a triple backflip, quadruple under, it's going to be videoing yourself and then using that as a guide to figure out what's going wrong. You'll be able to see where it's hitting you, where the rope isn't, if it's too high, bring your hands down. It tends to be the same problems. All right, one more time, get a good cross in, and then I think it's going to be time for our workout today. All right, we got our cross. I'm going to try to go at like this pace. Whew. Should the rope be longer when doing crosses? Now, the rope doesn't necessarily need to be longer, but longer handles do help a lot with crosses. So right now I'm actually using the shortest handle. This is the core. There's like a longer one that goes about to here, right? And then there's an even longer one, the freestyle handle. The freestyle handle is going to be your best bet for cross skills. So if crossing is your goal, and that's not just normal cross, that's under the leg, behind the head, all of those behind the back kind of moves, the longer handles are better because you get a little more reach. Like I said before, another tip for crossing skills is if somebody's standing behind you, they should be able to see both of your hands poking out. Because if they can't see your hands, that means the rope is not going to be able to clear you. So having longer handles, you get a little more reach. Even with the core handles, when I do a lot of crosses, I'll kind of hold them further up like this, so it makes the crosses a little easier, especially if I'm doing a lot of crosses in a row. Of course. All right, I think it is time to do our workout. That's what we were doing. Making good use of the live chat, Jordan. Nice work. All right, the first thing is 2-foot jumps. That's going to be our basic jumps. Get your ropes ready. We're going to start in 5 seconds. Once we start, there's going to be a red line at the bottom of the screen. We're going to use that as our timer. Here we go, 30 seconds, 2-foot jumps. Just like how we practiced before. And you can go as slow as you want, you can go as fast as you want. And remember, our goal is just to keep going. If you make a mistake like this, you just get right back into it. And you keep going all the way to the end of that timer. There's no limit on the amount of mistakes you can make. So just keep going and keep your hands low. Keep turning with just your wrists. And we made it. Nice work. So the next skill we're going to do in our workout, which is going to start in about 30 seconds, this next skill, it's called jump straddle. That's kind of like a jumping jack, jumping jacks, right? But just the feet. You're going to jump with your feet together and then feet out. Feet together, feet out. And this is a great next skill because we can still focus on a lot of the same things with our hands, right? The hands are going to be the same as the 2-foot jump. And we're going to get started in 5 seconds. So everybody get ready. Get the rope behind you. And let's rock and roll. Feet together and apart, like that. Same thing as before. You can go as fast or as slow as you want to. Just make sure that you're clearing the rope every time your feet are leaving the ground, right? It's not together, apart in one jump, right? Every time we're going together and apart, our feet are clearing the rope each time. There we go. Together, apart. Whew. Couple more seconds. You got it. 3, 2, 1. And rest. Nice work, everybody. So that was called jump straddle, another great footwork skill. And now we made it. This is what we prepared for. It's for all the marbles. This is the cross. We're going to do 2 15-second runs of the cross. I'm going to start with my left hand on top for the first 15, and then for the next one, I'm going to do right hand on top. If you want to make it more challenging and do one leg or something, you're more than welcome to. That's just what I'm going to do, because it's going to look different for everybody. Here we go. All right, I'm crossing on top. And if you haven't even gotten across yet, see how many crosses you could try to achieve in your 15 seconds. Whether that's going to be 1, whether it's going to be 5, that might be different for everyone. Whew, all right, so that was my left hand on top. I'm going to switch, I'm going to do my right hand. Once again, you could switch to the other leg. You can even try it backward if you're feeling crazy. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crossing my other hand on top. Gonna go a little quicker this time. Okay, 6 seconds left, keep going. As fast or as slow as you need. And rest. Whew. We're almost done with the first leg of our workout. The last part, this is it, is the 1 minute jump. This one you do whatever tricks you feel like you would like to do in this time. The hard part isn't the tricks, it's making it a whole minute of jumping. Here we go. So any tricks that you feel are on your skill level right now, whether that's just 2-foot jumps, you can try some jumping on one leg, you can try on the other leg. If you want to try a different skill, this one's called cross step. It's kind of like the one we did earlier, jump straddle. Do apart and then cross one leg in front. Apart, cross the other leg in front. So apart, cross, cross. This is another great footwork skill to learn. It's really challenging to make sure you're getting your foot all the way across in front of the other one each time. Whew. All right, we're over halfway, almost there. Remember, this can be any trick you want. You can even switch, you can go backward. Any jump rope skill that can be done forward can be done backward. It might look a little different, it might feel a little different, but especially all the footwork skills are going to be pretty similar. So it's always a good one to try those backwards. 3, 2, 1! And we did it. That was the first leg of the workout. Great job, everybody. Now, if you have any questions, feel free to drop it in the chat now. Thank you, the sweet shirt. Yeah, I just got it in the mail, brand new. Elite Jumps has some new shirts. Oh, also they have a Mother's Day collection coming out very soon. So if you're looking for a Mother's Day gift idea, tell your mom to come to jump rope class with me. We are gonna go back into doing that whole workout one more time. Just give it 1 more second to take a breath, get a drink of water if you need it. We're gonna go through each of those steps. So that's the 2-foot jumps, that's the jump straddle. You can try the crosses again, try to maybe even get more crosses than you did last time. And then finally, the 1 minute jump. So one more breather. If you got any more questions, let me know in the chat. And also, just let me know how that first one felt for you. All right, here we go. Getting ready to go again. Water's down, ropes in hand. We call this ready position when you have the rope behind you. Hands forward like this, that's how I learned it. So that's ready position. I'm excited for Miss Lindstrom to make an appearance. Here we go. 10 more seconds and then we're starting with 2-foot jumps once again for the next round. Who's sweating? Me. And let's go. Feet together, turning the rope like this. Focus on your shoulders this time. I want you to think about what they're doing. If they're really tight and they're really tall, you're losing a lot of energy for something you don't need to do. Keep them lower. In fact, having lower shoulders makes the 2-foot jumps even easier because it brings your hands a little lower. It might not be that noticeable, but your toes will thank you later, especially if you're not wearing shoes and you're using a heavy rope. Okay, 3 more seconds. And rest. Nice work, everybody. Yeah, there's a lot of things to think about, whether it's 2-foot jumps or jump straddle, keeping the shoulders relaxed, especially as we get into double unders later and stuff like that. That's going to play a huge role in being able to do a lot of jumps for a long time. All right, jump straddle, you remember that one? That's together, apart, together, apart. We got 10 more seconds and then we're going to do some of those together. Everyone get ready. Rope behind you, and let's go. Together, apart, together, apart, together, apart, together, apart. And you can be going, once again, as fast or as slow as you need. If it looks like this, that's fine. And if it's really, really speedy, that's totally fine. The challenge is just to keep going. As we keep going, we do hard things. That's what my shirt says. All right, 5 more seconds, everybody. And we made it through jump straddle. Whew. That was the end of the jump straddle. Next up is the one we practiced at the beginning of this video, the cross. We're gonna focus on keeping our hands low, reaching far toward those opposite pockets. And this time, to change it up, if you're feeling like it, I want you to try to jump through the cross more than once in a row. That's what I'm gonna do. Watch. I'm gonna jump like this, and I'm gonna keep my hands crossed and keep turning with my wrists and keep jumping through. So I'm going to start with my left hand. I'm going to try to do that the whole 15 seconds. Here we go. So I'm crossing with my left hand on top, and jumping. I'm keeping my arms really crossed because as my arms get tired, they want to pull back apart. But I got to keep them crossed so I can fit through. Woo! That was tough. That was a good 15 seconds. Gonna try it on the other side now. So right hand on top for me. And I'm gonna try to do those constant crosses through the whole 15 seconds. If you haven't gotten through that yet, that's totally okay. This is definitely a more advanced one. But if you're already familiar with the cross, I think you'll have a lot of fun doing this one. You'll definitely feel it up in the arms and the upper arms and the chest area. Totally different feeling than just doing one. All right, good rest, everyone. 15 seconds and then we're back at it with the 1 minute jump, the finale of our epic workout. I am sweaty. I'm gonna turn up the AC as soon as this 1 minute jump is over. Here we go. We're doing this one together. Once again, this time is yours. If you do any sort of skill, you might already know, whatever feels right. If you're looking for an idea, you can try this one called March Step. You jump feet together, raise your knee up. Feet together, raise your knee up, like this. And you jump, knee, knee. You want to try to get your knee to about where it is parallel with the ground. So your thigh is flat across the top. Jump, knee. You can keep trying 2-foot jumps. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'll say it 1,000 times, I'll say it infinite times. The 1 minute jump is not about the tricks, it's about jumping for a minute. So keep going. Even if you make a mistake, get back into it because we are almost done. Remember, this is the end of our 8+ minute workout. Just a couple more seconds. Go ahead and finish strong, everybody. 1. Woo! We did it, everybody. We made it all the way to the end of our workout. Get a sip of water. Let me know in the chat what you thought of today's workout, what part was the hardest for you, what you had the most fun doing. And then before you leave, I do want to teach one more bonus trick right at the end. So feel free to use the chat, get a drink of water if you need it. Let's see. Such a fun one to do. Yeah, you feel the hands pull back apart, especially as they get tired. Yeah. All right. So for the bonus skill, I'm actually going to switch ropes. Now, I do normally use a beaded rope for freestyle tricks, but if I'm being honest, the real reason I'm switching is because I think it's easier for you to see the red when I'm wearing a white shirt and have a light background. This is what the trick looks like. I'm going to show you super fast motion first while you're getting the breath, and then we're going to break it down. And don't worry, for this trick, you don't even have to jump. It's very easy. So, I'm going to bring it this way. Wow. And that's it. That's the trick. It looks like a magic trick. And then to get out of it, it's also like a magic trick. It just falls right out. Okay, so this is how we do it. Put your hands out right in front of you like this. Okay, I'm going to put them out this way so the right and left is a little bit the same for you. Place your right hand on top of your left like this. So your right hand's going over and on top of your left. And then I'm pulling my right hand back like this so that the rope is like draped over my hand like this. There's a loop coming down, it's draped over my hand. Take your hand, go through the loop, and then pull your arms apart. You're gonna have this nice, cool little cross position. If you're not there, rewind, watch it again. We got the little cross position right here. Then, the cool part is to get out of it, point your hands down, bring your handles together, it falls right out. So, in the context of jumping, right, we would be doing something backward probably. So if we're doing a backward jump, or maybe a backward side swing, if you haven't got there yet, that's fine. We're gonna cover that one next week at Wednesday's 7 p.m. free class. We're gonna be going backward. You're gonna jump and stall the rope in front like this. You jump backward and stall the rope in front. When you're stalling the rope like this, and the rope is out in front of you, that is when all the action's gonna happen. So for now, don't worry about stalling it, just keep it in front of you. Work on getting the right hand over and then through that loop. Work on getting the right hand over and then through that loop. And then the faster you can do that, right, is just getting your hand here and then through, the smoother it's going to look in the end, right? So you're here, right hand over through the loop. Right hand over through the loop. Once you got up to as fast as you possibly can, you can try jumping over it backward, slowing the rope down so it goes way up like this, slowing the rope down, and then crossing before it goes all the way to your feet. Jumping here, slowing the rope down, and then bring it through, boom, all the way before that. There it is. So that's a little freestyle trick to end it. Don't even have to jump to try that one, in case you're wiped out from that 1 minute jump just like me. And tune in next week for another free Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time class. We'll have more time to answer some questions in the chat here. And then I think that'll be it for today. 1 minute in a row is always more tiring than I think. Yeah, no, 1 minute in a row still gets me too. Honestly, the part that surprised me the most today was just the cross with 15 seconds in a row. It's like, wow, it's actually really pulls. Thanks, Jordan. Thanks, Andy. Thanks for showing up, everybody. You did great today. All right. We will see you next time. Also, this video will be available after the fact. If between now and next Wednesday you just need to do another one, there's also the last video. You can go back and check it out. Remember, Mother's Day ropes are coming out soon, and these videos will all be on the Elite Jumps app. Don't forget to download it. Bye, everybody.